Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
You know sports, it's time to start getting paid for it. Better Picks, the daily fantasy sports app where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download the Better app, pick more or less on your favorite player's stats. Watch the action unfold. If your pick hits, you win. And they got a kickoff user special. Sign up today, get $10 free and no deposit necessary. And when you do deposit, you get up to $200 in deposit bonuses. NBA, MLB, soccer, UFC, golf, and more. Better is also giving you $40 for every friend you try to get the Better Picks. Head over to better.app, BETR, or download Better from the app or Google Play Store. Promo code VSiN for your free money and deposit bonus today. Go get it.
My God, you want to talk about starting off an hour with a bang? I can't tell you how cool this is as Michael, the grinder Mizrachi, joins us in studio here today. It's great to meet you. Thank you so much for the time today, sir. How are you?
Thanks you guys for having me. Doing amazing. Can't complain. Been a great 2 months, so happy to be here.
So let me set it up like this. For those who might not know, you won the main event and a $50,000 buy-in within a span of 2 weeks, and then you were rightfully shoved right into the Poker Hall of Fame. There was this push, right?
I mean, it was an amazing feeling. I mean, I won the PPC for the fourth time, which has never been done. I had a shot at 5 times. I came fourth place as well, and it happened in 2010 where I came first place. After the main event, I finished fifth place. But this year, this year I was like, I'm not making any mistakes. So I won the PPC. Then I got to the final table. I knew it was a good situation, the most experienced player in that situation, and I've been in the spotlight. So I just felt great about it and just done the unbelievable. Then make the Hall of Fame. I mean, they just figured what better time it is when my family, friends are there at the same time, so why not just give it to him here? He deserves it. It's well-deserved, and everybody been screaming Hall of Fame before I won the main event when I won the PPC, so just happened to win the main event with it.
I'm curious, in or out of poker, is there anybody who can relate to what you just did?
I mean, I could tell you, I've no one. This is definitely the biggest accomplishment in poker. So it was funny. So a friend of mine, Jared Blesnick, he said, Mike, this is the biggest accomplishment in poker history. No, not even. This is the biggest accomplishment in he said this is the biggest accomplishment in gambling history. Then you go to Phil Ivey. No, this is the biggest accomplishment in sports history.
That's so in my head. I have every 4 years when you have the Olympics. Let's say there's a guy on Team USA who helps the team win gold. Maybe he just won the NBA title a month before that. But I don't even know what compares to what you did.
I mean, it's the odds are just incredible. Just the way it was done, it was an unbelievable summer. Just not even for me, for poker as well. And I try to make poker fun again. So thank God.
Yeah. So I'll ask you this as a follow-up: what will drive you moving forward? How do you ever possibly get close to matching this?
Well, the only thing that's no one's ever done in the World Series of Poker is winning 4 bracelets. So 2026, that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right, that's a good answer.
Wow, you already got it. What was your phone like after you won?
You don't even want to know. I've seen every possible anything you can think of. That's what phone call I got for. First, unbelievable. Obviously people want to, might come to our casino, come to this, come to every tournament scene. Michael, can I borrow money? Michael, anything you could think of, I got that phone call. I heard every story in the world for the last month and a half.
Yeah.
But it's, it's whatever. At one point, I couldn't take my phone anymore. I had to get a new phone. I had to get a new phone number. And just I turned my phone off sometimes. I just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
It was just very overwhelming, which is, it's okay. Right. But it was just a lot. I want to enjoy time for myself, and I still haven't had time for myself yet.
So your phone number is actually brand new now?
No, I still have the same phone number.
Okay,
Everybody,
gotcha.
Yeah, that number's like a toll-free number. It's like 1-800-GRINDER. No, I'm just kidding.
Was there one person where you're the famous person, congratulating you? How the hell did this guy get my number?
I mean, everybody. I mean, I can't. I don't have names. Now I just see numbers on my phone. I don't even put names to it anymore because I'm like, who's this? Who's this? I don't know. It was a lot, but now it's slowing down a little bit, so it's a lot easier.
Are you embracing the role of an ambassador for poker now?
Yes, I'm definitely embracing the rest. I'm trying to play as many events I can from many tournament events, and I love playing. I've been playing a lot at the Venetian, so I'm an ambassador there. So I love it over there. So I'm there almost every day. You
were very aggressive. That's how you play. How much was there a luck factor, or how much was you were the best player, one of the best players in the world to take this down? I remember there was one. Weren't you all in? Like in the final table early on for your life? And
I mean, the World Series of Poker, you have to fade almost 10,000 players.
Yeah.
You're going to be all in for life quite a few times, but nobody knew. I had 2 kings versus 2 aces. I lost. I had aces versus 10s all in. I lost queens versus king 10, queens versus ace jack. I lost all group 1 hands, but I still managed to survive and face adversity. But it was in a situation where I had 1 blind and a half left, and I was all in. I needed some help, and I got quite a few times. And then the ace king versus kings, and I hit the ace of diamonds in the river, which I still kind of have that ace over there, and I put an ace on my wrist right there. So
great.
So that was probably the $10 million card that saved my life. So you got to get lucky a few times, and you got to play your best poker because there's lots of hours of poker.
Did 2010 help you? Finishing 5th and being that close.
I think the experience of playing poker for the last 30 years helped me, but being in the spotlight and being in situations like a lot of people won't get to be in that situation, it helped me because I've been there. I've been there quite a few times. The Poker Players Championship for the 4 times, and then been in main event final table and been a lot of big tournaments. So I think the experience is what helped me out, and just believing and just faith. I just felt like it was my time.
Did you? At what point did you say I can take this down? I'm going to win the whole thing.
To believe it or not, after I won the Poker Players Championship, even before the tournament even started.
Really?
The main event, I just felt very confident. And after day 1, when I played day 1, I never even had a hand. I just when I did have a hand, I never had aces, kings, none of those hands, but I got maximum value when I had my big hands when I had 9-10 suited. That's when I got max. I got paid max, and I would day 1 beat chip leader with no cards. So imagine that.
That's a pretty good sign.
Wow.
Right
Imagine getting cards.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I never thought a pro would win. Did you think before that it was because you have to fade 10,000 people?
It's not even a pro; it's a pro name pro.
You're right.
We didn't think that was going to happen in a long time, and then a female player making the final table, which made it history, which was just amazing. Yeah.
Okay. How about your legendary interview? This was incredible.
They asked me, Mike, what is it going to take to win tomorrow? I just said about an hour, and then they're all just dying laughing. It was a one-word answer. I mean, I thought, and I fed the description. It was probably a little bit less. Maybe it would have been 44 to. I think they said 58 minutes. Somebody said 58 minutes, but I don't know.
So the undercashed, with an hour.
You would have won the under,
and that made you super proud, I'm guessing then.
Yeah.
That was your one goal. By the way, when you were rattling off the cards that you did have and hands that you eventually lost, how long does that stick with you? Can you remember tournaments from 10, 12, 15 years ago? I still can't believe I lost that hand.
I mean, I have a rewind button for sure. I can, I do remember certain situations, but you're not going to get exact situations, but you're going to remember what did I do wrong from there and how can I make it better? And there's been a lot of situations where I did rewind and I was like, all right, how can I play this hand better where I could fix that mistake? And it's going to come up and it happens. Mm-hmm. But the good thing is I've seen millions and millions of hands, so I know what to do in mostly every situation. And I like to make people uncomfortable, but I like to make people at the same time having a great time when they're playing with me.
Well said.
Okay.
Very good. You have 3 brothers. They play. You have 3 kids.
Yes.
Do you want them to play poker?
Well, with the 3 brothers, Robert, Eric, and Daniel all play poker. We're all in the gambling world. Robert's been very successful. He has 5 bracelets. Eric was short, but he came second a few years ago and won the World Series. And Donnie plays a lot, but not as much as us. He likes the casino stuff a lot. He likes to play slot machines and stuff like that. He enjoys that. And for the kids, Paul will be coming on the scene. My son, he'll be 21 in a couple weeks. He just played a big event at Cyprus, so he played a 10K buy-in over there. So he got it in. We all 4 brothers and my son was still in with an hour and a half left of day 1.
Wow.
And Robert got it in good, and my son got in with Kings versus Ace 10 all in. He got unlucky. My other brother dead bubbled, which is when you bubble, it paid 76 people. He finished 77th, and then Eric and I cashed. And I was a chip leader too, but I played a little crazy. I was trying to win. I was trying to win on day 2.
Yeah.
So your son has a 21st birthday coming up very soon.
Yes.
And you're coming off of this unbelievable summer. What does his 21st birthday look like?
Well, unfortunately, I'm going on a Gumball 3000, little gumball run, but he's definitely going to be in action right when I get back. So we're probably going to head back to the Venetian and put some work in at the poker room.
Wow.
Okay.
What a life. Incredible. This is wild.
Would you rather have Right. I think Paul's been saying this for a long time, that he would rather have his kids like teach them poker at a young age and put them through college.
Wow.
Because of the tuition.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good idea. Yeah, of course. I mean,
did you think that way? Yeah, going back to the moneymaker effect when that started.
I mean, that was when the poker was really booming, when the money But I think it's going to change when I won it this year too, because I think people are going to enjoy watching poker, and then I think we're going to get a lot more younger guys involved, and then they're going to want to be top stars. I think poker's at it's going to be its top peak right now. I feel good about it. Once it gets aired on TV, yes.
Yeah, you made a strong comment there that makes a lot of sense. You want people to have fun.
Yeah, I try to make when I'm playing, I like, you see guys with sunglasses, hoodies.
Right.
And people just feel uncomfortable not having a good experience. So I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to lift the thumbs up, when I'm racing, make them have fun. But people, like when we're just in Cyprus, there was a rule. No one was allowed to wear a hoodie or sunglasses.
Oh, really? I like that.
Pretty cool, and I loved it.
Well, I loved how you act fast, too.
And
no tanking.
And we have all in timers. So poker was it's kind of like speed chess, but then you have to move quick, you have to make decisions, and you have a time bank as well. So everyone has a certain amount of time banks. So that's what's really cool. So we can eliminate the sunglasses, hoodies, and put the time banks in. I would love it.
Very cool.
We get a lot more players.
Totally agree.
Do you have time to hang around for one more segment?
Sure.
Very cool.
Thank you.
We're going to continue here with Michael, the Grinder, Mizrachi, unbelievable summer, $50,000 buy-in, and the main event champ within the span of 2 weeks, and then bam, right into the Hall of Fame as we roll on here on a Wednesday. Follow the money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Good to have you on board. We continue with Michael the Grinder Mizrachi. He won the main event at the World Series of Poker and a $50,000 buy-in within the span of 2 weeks, and then whammo, right into the Poker Hall of Fame. Kind enough to come in for a half an hour with us here today. What was the first thing that you bought, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, the first thing I bought was a nice presidential Rolex. And I wanted something that appreciates or holds its value, not thrown away, because I've done a lot of dumb things. I bought RVs, stupid things that just depreciate, you lose your money. So I wanted something that holds its value, and I always wanted a nice watch. So I thought that was a nice gift for myself. I took my kid on vacation, so a little bit of that, but nothing yet. I'm just making investments for now.
Oh, investing all the money so far.
Investing money so far, yes.
Very good. Did you ever have any thought of maybe getting into Circa Survivor or the big one here, the Grandissimo, which is a $100,000 buy-in?
I did want to get into Circa Survivor. I think I was at one of the restaurants. I may have been at Bagel Mania, and I knew that I didn't see the clock time was at 2 p.m. when it ended on Saturday, and I was going to buy in 10 times to the 1K. I was really upset about it because football was on Sunday, so I figured the deadline would right before football starts or sometime late on Saturday. So I didn't get no action for me. I'm a little upset about it. I guess next year. I mean, this was my year too. Sucks. I probably would have won it. There goes $15 million.
Now, do you typically bet on sports, or you just concentrate on playing cards?
I've used to bet really big on sports. I've done everything. I've gambled on anything, cockroaches, whatever you can think of. I've done it before. Slot machines, roulette, baccarat, but I'm not really doing that anymore. I'm more focused on poker, and I mean, after you win the main event, PPC, I mean, what else? I do what I'm best at, where I have the advantage in.
Now, how about this? Mike the Mouth Mattisau was on Primetime, VSiN Primetime 2 weeks ago. Their new podcast is part of the VSiN family here with Phil Hellmuth. He was saying that not once in his life has he ever been on tilt playing poker, but he realized he had a problem betting sports because he was always on tilt betting sports. Is that one of the reasons why you stopped, or just for different reasons?
I mean, at some point you could, but I mean, not that. It's just I just wanted to focus on poker, and then if I don't have the edge in something, I don't like doing it. So that's probably more reason for it. If I'm doing something, I probably have a big edge doing it.
Okay. This belief, and it's your year, and everything's going right. How long are you going to go before you say, okay, maybe my luck has turned? How long are you going to keep riding this hot wave?
Well, I mean, if you're going 30 years and the luck's never turned, it's probably there's a lot of good skill set in there. So I'm not really too worried about it. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to probably do something miraculous again at some point in my life. Hopefully it's soon when I'm young. And I'm not too worried about that.
Okay.
I mean, math breaks even, but at some point, I think that experience is going to get me to the next level.
You're 41?
44.
44. Oh, sorry, 44.
44.
When did you get into poker? What's that story of when? Okay, I can do this and I can make a living doing this.
Okay, it all started when I was kind of younger. Well, my mom was more like a rummy player, but she always liked to play cards with her friends. So I was always standing behind the cards, like, you're not going anywhere. I don't want to, because obviously I don't want to go to school. I was young. I just want to go watch her play cards. So I gotta get the feel from that. Like the gambling. Then we had slot machines in our house when we were younger. It was a gambling house, and I think it was just in the genetics. So there's Mizrachi genes, and I just felt like then I saw Robert was more my mentor. So I felt like he showed me the ways, and I just felt like this is what I wanted to do. And everybody thought I wanted to be a doctor, but that wasn't really a true story. But I always wanted to be a poker player. I knew I was going to be a poker player when I was 15, 16 years old, playing underage, going on cruise ships, going to casinos when I was 18.
Yeah.
I was playing at the Mirage when I was 18, playing a 72-hour session at 18 years old.
At the Mirage.
Come on.
Yeah, at the Mirage. So that was my longest session I've ever played poker in, but I was 18 years old. And that was, I think, during the Super Bowl time. I think maybe the Rams were in it. I don't remember, something like that. It was a long time ago. If we can go kick back that long ago.
That might be like Rams Titans.
That might have been it.
I think that
was
math
one
would
of them.
work out then, yeah.
Yeah, one of those, yeah. Where I was dead as half asleep during the Super Bowl. I couldn't even watch it.
Take us through that. And even going back to the World Series run, about how you have to be on your game at all times and how long, you're playing 10, 12 hours a day. One mistake can cost you. Take us through that, what it's like being a poker player and how you always got to be ready to go and make a key decision.
I mean, like this World Series, a lot of people need sleep. I didn't get much sleep this World Series. I just wanted to build off that momentum. So I just felt like I was staying up all night, trying to keep myself doing something, maybe like playing a slot machine or just staying active. I don't know. I just wanted to keep that hype. Like, I wanted to keep that run going. It's so hard to sleep when you're like still in the big tournaments. Like, I don't know. Some people could sleep, but I can't. I just have to I'm just
really
so excited about I just can't. It's hard for me.
So it's like adrenaline and jitters.
It's adrenaline junkie. Like, you can't. Like, it's such a big tournament. Like, and then sometimes I'm maybe watching some videos, see what, just watching stuff that I'm up all night watching social media. I just can't sleep sometimes.
Okay. Was the Kasuf's thing good or bad for poker?
I mean, Kasuf is Kasuf, and I think that's who he is. I don't think it's an act. Could be good, could be bad. It wouldn't mind me. It doesn't bother me at all. But I think it's not good for other players. But if you had everybody like me at the table, it wouldn't be bad. But for people that can't stand it, it affects poker, and people don't like it. But me and Kasuf's never had a problem, and he's always been good. Okay. He's good at my books.
Okay.
It's Follow the Money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss along with Pauly Howard here on a Wednesday. We're live in downtown Las Vegas from the Circa Resort and Casino. Our guest is Michael the Grinder Mizrachi. He took down the main event at the World Series of Poker and another $50,000 buy-in within the span of 2 weeks earlier this summer, and then put right into the Poker Hall of Fame. That 72-hour session that you had. So again, like, you didn't need soda at that time, 18 years old, no coffee, just you're so exciting playing cards?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't drinking at the time. I was underage. I wasn't supposed to be gambling, but I was they didn't catch me. So I still looked the same when I was 18. So I don't know. But I didn't. I had 2 72-hour sessions in my life, and it's definitely never going to happen again. Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough. I like taking showers.
Yeah, right.
Where was the second 72-hour session?
It was more of a private game, private house somewhere, in Florida back in the days, a long time ago. Yeah.
It's did you like Rounders?
I've loved Rounders. I think the movie was made in 1999.
Yeah, right.
So it's like
Edward Norton
it's like the line from Worm to Mike McD where he says, Jesus, 164-hour session and you already need a nap.
Yeah. That's what it's like. I know. I mean, but if I have to, I will take those long sessions. Sometimes when you're if you're in a bad situation, you're you have to win, then I might do it. But those days are over with, and that's way past me, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah. Do you love cash games?
I do prefer cash because before these tournaments started, so the last World Series event last year, I won the last event in the World Series, which it was the 880 online, the online event.
Okay.
I was actually downstairs gambling a little bit on my phone, and I was like, just buy in. I actually opened that account that day, the World Series of Poker account that day, and I quadrupled up, won that. Then I played, I think, one charity event, won that, and then I didn't play a tournament until the next year to the World Series. I was only playing cash games. And then I went on my crazy run in the World Series this year.
Damn.
This is incredible.
Yeah, you were going to win Grandissimo, I think.
Yeah, yes, yes. Yeah.
By the way, the floor is yours. Promote what you're doing now and anything that you want to get out there.
So I hope you all come by. We're come by the Nation once a month. I'm going to run the Grinders game. We're going to play 50, 100. Anybody's welcome to come. Just let the Venetian know. So that will be on PokerGo as well. And then we're going to run at least one tournament a month when I'm out there. So I'm there at least once a month, every month. So I hope to see you guys over there. Go visit Angel AI. And if you guys like drinking alcohol, see Comisario Tequila, the best tequila out there.
There you go.
All right.
Got it all in. Excellent. Good job. Is there one thing you want to say about poker players if they're misunderstood or how people perceive them?
Well, poker players, I mean, they might be liars at the table, but there are actually a lot of great people out there and really great guys off the table. So I want to let you know because I know a lot of great poker, like maybe really bad lying all the time at the table, but off the table, they're the best people in the world.
So lying all the time at the table, but somebody with a handshake deal, their
word is everything. And in this world, your word is everything, of course, in the gambling world. So, but there's a lot of great poker players out there and great people, and just amazing to be around a lot of them.
Great to meet you.
Continued
success. I appreciate you coming in. NFL season officially underway. The edge goes to those with the best data. VSiN Pro delivers real-time DraftKings and Circa betting splits so you can see where the public and sharps are putting their money. The morning email from Bill 80 recapping every best bet, every host, every guest. The 24/7 video. The exclusive Pro Tools, VSiN.com. Everything you need to stay ahead of the season and the game. Sign up now, $9.99 or save 50% with an annual subscription. VSiN.com/subscribe. VSiN.com/subscribe.
That was awesome. Are you going to go play cards now?
Right now, I'm probably going to play cards at Venetian, yes.
Going to go right over there and play?
Right, yeah. Might do a little something. Maybe try to make a little bit of money. I don't know. We'll see something. I might do something. Who knows?
What's the doctor? You wanted to be a doctor, or your family wanted you to be a doctor?
No. Because my mom was starting to be an RN.
Okay.
And I would just help her with her homework, and I was like learning a little bit, but I don't know how it got. I don't know how it got to me being a doctor. Yeah, everybody's parents want them to be a doctor, but I mean, poker player. I mean, it's very rare where parents want you to be a poker player.
Damn
but
right.
My parents were very supportive of it. After you're winning all this, yeah, why not?
Very cool.
Damn right.
Thanks, Michael. There you go. VSiN host Matt Youmans on the program coming up next. He has 5 dogs he likes this week combined in the NFL and college.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
All right, we'll get some best bets now in the NFL and college football for this upcoming week as VSiN host Matt Youmans joins the program now, and he is on the progressive guest line. Matt, thanks for the time. As always, let's begin with the Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills this week. Did you see enough in one game from Justin Fields and the new coaching staff to plunk down some hard-earned money on that team this week?
Well, I got a good number. I talked about this Tuesday morning with Jensen and Super Dave. Jets +7. That's not the best number that was out there, but I like that. It's also a really good situational spot with the Bills off that miracle win on Sunday night. And now they have to hit the road and face a Jets team that took a tough one in week 1. Jets probably should have won that game, and they found a way to lose like they usually do. And they might find a way to lose this one too, but I got 7 points to work with. I'll tell you what. Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson are a couple of legit playmakers, and that Jets run defense held the Steelers to 2.7 yards per carry. I did see enough out of Justin Fields. I didn't like the way he played in the preseason at all, but he looked much better in week 1. It's enough to get me on the Jets here, but you got to get 7.
Okay. Huge game out here Monday night. Raiders off the big road win. Chargers off the big win in Brazil. How about the Raiders at home +3.5?
I like it. I actually bet this one pretty good. I'm going to be at the game Monday night, so looking forward to this. And again, it's a pretty good situational spot for the home dog because the Chargers are off the big win over the Chiefs in Brazil, so it's a little bit of an awkward travel spot. Plus, they're probably, thinking they're better than they are because they beat the Chiefs on the road, and the Chiefs I thought were pretty bad in that game last week. You know what? The the Raiders looked good. I thought they looked much better. They looked like a professional football team, unlike a year ago.
Yeah.
I thought Pete Carroll's done a pretty good job of whipping his defense into shape. Geno Smith played well. Ashton Genty was not that effective on the ground. In fact, the Raiders' ground game was pretty weak.
Yeah.
I think it was 24 carries for about 58 yards. And they should be able to get more going on the ground against the Chargers. I wonder about the Chargers' defense. Now, Jesse Minter's doing a hell of a job. He's a defensive coordinator. He came with Harbaugh from Michigan. And Jesse Minter is going to be a head coach in this league pretty soon. But last year, the Chargers, when they ran up double-digit wins, they faced a lot of weak quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks on a soft schedule.
Yep.
And I still wonder if some of those numbers are legit or a little bit phony. But I think the Raiders are going to give a hell of an effort Monday night. I love taking the 3.5.
Good point there. Carroll said Genty was too hyped up and nervous, and that's why he struggled and have a big game on Monday night. We talked about this earlier. I mean, the Patriots didn't look good, but Miami had a horrible performance and the worst out of week 1. How about New England going to Miami, catching a small number?
Yeah, I really like to bet against the weak home favorites in the NFL. The home favorites are fewer than 3 points. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Those weak home favorites are typically good to bet against, and the Dolphins fit that this week. And I don't know, how hard this team wants to play for Mike McDaniel. I didn't like his hire. I thought for a couple of years he's a clown. He's not fit to be a head coach in the NFL, and his team's not really responding to him at all. And that team looked totally unprepared against the Colts on Sunday. Now, I know the Patriots looked pathetic as well, but actually I thought the Patriots' run defense, we just mentioned Ashton Genty having a hard time running against the Patriots. I thought the run defense was solid. Drake May played pretty well. He's got a couple of playmakers around him. I trust Mike Vrabel to whip his team into shape, and I want to bet against Mike McDaniel. So let's go Patriots plus 1.5, and you might look to put the Patriots on a teaser as well.
Yeah, the Dolphins looked like the worst team in football last week. I mean, the Saints actually looked like they knew what they were doing. The Dolphins had no idea. They were completely unprepared for that game, and that's week 1. My God. How about college now? Florida, big SEC clash after they were upset as huge favorites last weekend of South Florida, but LSU also struggled after beating Clemson in week 2, and this number now is down to 7.5 here at Circa, total at 47, Matt.
Yeah, I was on with JVT and Stormy yesterday. I was talking about this game, taking 9.5 with the Gators, and it was not going to get to 10. I would still take 8. There are spots out there you can get 8. Last week, that Gators loss to South Florida was a Sunbelt Billy clinic he put on in terms of game, clock, mismanagement, and also sloppy play. Florida had 11 penalties for over 100 yards in that game. And this is a gauntlet coming up here for Florida. At LSU, at Miami, home against Texas, at Texas A&M. Look, this LSU offense, this is a pretty impressive start for the Tigers to win at Clemson. And then they were sleepwalking last week at home against Louisiana Tech in a 23-7 win. But still, when I look at the LSU offense, there's a little bit to be desired here. Garrett Nussmeier's got 2 TD passes in 2 games. The running attack has been subpar, and LSU's averaging 20 points per game on offense. I still like DJ Lagway as a young quarterback, and when you're talking about an LSU offense averaging 20 a game, it's not going to be easy to cover a big number like 8, and this is a big number for an SEC rivalry type of game, so I like taking it with the Gators here.
Good late game and a body clock game. How about Minnesota going to Cal?
I'm definitely on Cal here. I'm not sure how good Minnesota is. Drake Lindsey, the new Gophers quarterback, 61% completions against a weak schedule so far. That was a pretty good win at home against Buffalo in the opener. Northwestern State put up no resistance. The problem is Darius Taylor, who's the workhorse running back for Minnesota, he's got a hamstring issue. I think he's doubtful to play in this game. Without Taylor, I like Cal even more. And again, the young quarterback for Cal, I'm going to attempt to pronounce his name, Jaron Kiave Sagapatele, is a former 4-star, 5-star quarterback out of Hawaii, 6'3", 225. He's got 69% completion so far, threw for 3 touchdowns against Oregon State. I like him a lot. And I actually like this Cal coaching staff quite a bit with Justin Wilcox, Brian Harsin, and Nick Rolovich. And I'm not sure this Gophers team is legit. I know Stormy's going to be on the sidelines in Berkeley on Saturday night. Hopefully the home dog comes through here. Cal +2, I think, is a pretty good bet.
Who are you considering in Survivor?
Boy, man, this is a tough week because I don't want to put a bunch of plays on the Ravens. That's a team I'd like to hold back for the future. And don't forget the Ravens lost at home in week 2 last year to the Raiders. And I thought the Browns actually looked pretty good in week 1. They outgained the Bengals by about 200 yards. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Browns made you sweat if you played the Ravens here. So I've got a couple other options I'm looking at, including the Lions. And I can't remember. I got my sheet at home. I was last night trying to figure out how to divide it up. I've got 12 survivor entries. I don't think I'm going to put any more than 4 or 5 on the Ravens, but I think this is one of the tougher weeks left. If you don't use the Ravens, this is one of the tougher weeks.
Let me give you some other. Yeah, let me throw some other games at you. Cowboys are 6 at home to the Giants.
They'll be popular.
Rams are 6, but they're at the Titans. And Matt, you can throw out San Francisco now. I mean, right? If Purdy misses this game, there's no way in hell you can trust Mac Jones.
I can tell you there's no way I'm using the Rams. I think they could get beat in Nashville, and there's no way I'm using the 49ers. No chance. So do you look at the Cardinals?
I was going to say that. Do you trust? Yeah, that's up to 6.5, 7. Do you trust Kyler Murray?
Not really.
I know.
That's why I think this is one of the toughest weeks of the season left. And, it's hard to decide how to divide. I just don't want to put all my eggs in one Ravens basket here. Plus, they're off a pretty emotional, draining loss in Buffalo. I don't think it's a great spot for the Ravens. I know some people probably do, but I was pretty impressed by the way the Browns defense played on Sunday.
Same here. All right, what do you have for a Friday night football invitational contest update at the top of the standings?
How about the Iceman, Chuck Edel, right back on top, the defending champ, 5-2. The team of Frank Betty and Anthony Curtis, 2 of the sharpest gamblers in the world. Frank B and AC, also 5-2. Each of those guys were the best bet winner. We've got 5 handicappers at 4-3, including the Bear, Chris Felica. We've actually only got 7 of 25 over 500 right now, but 13 contestants went 3-4 last week, so that's not a big deal. Steve Fezzik is going to kick it off with me on Friday night at 4 p.m., followed by Seinfeld's dad, Paul Bovey. And then at 5 p.m., we're going to have the Mad Russian, Jeff Petch, and Derek Stevens in studio. So another big show set up for week 2.
Great lineup. Awesome. Appreciate you. See you soon.
All right, you bet. Thanks.
We got it. Are we going to see him? I thought we were doing the Monday. We got the Monday night doubleheader. I guess he's going to do the show and skedaddle and get to the game. Is Bovey on, is Frank B on Tuesday?
Frank B will be next Tuesday, the 16th, I believe. Is that the date?
Love that, yes.
Next Tuesday is the 16th. He's going to be in, I think, for an hour, and he is going to be awesome.
No doubt. Patrick O'Connell is this week's Average Joe contest winner, and because he already had an Edge Boost account, his $500 prize doubled to $1,000. He wasn't the only hot hand. 6 contestants went 7-0, and 4 of them are VSiN Pro subscribers, free to enter. And every week you can win cash prizes, plus quarterly prizes like a trip to Las Vegas with a Circa resort stay and even a guest appearance on a VSiN show. Enter anytime this season, VSiN.com/Joe, VSiN.com/Joe. Great job, Iceman. And his best bet was BYU Stanford under, which was a rocking chair winner.
I think pretty much every in-play number under cashed during that game as well.
Yeah.
As I was tracking it, that was still like 44.5. I think in the second quarter, had no chance. Stanford, wow, are they bad.
They are brutal.
We will get to in-pocket plays coming up next on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
All right, everything we talked about yesterday won with the baseball. That was special. One of those days. Giants get it done. Win again at home. Just lost today, though. 5-3 to Arizona. Couldn't get to Rodriguez. Phillies, another easy winner as they destroy the Mets again. Mets 0-5 in Philly. Rickea Jackson, not nasty. Got benched in a game they had to have. She had, I think, 8 points, and she sat much of the second quarter. Fourth quarter, second half. But the fill-in, or going to the bench, helped them out as Plum played well, and they got a big win as a 7-point dog, but it didn't work out as Seattle won by 1 point, so they are eliminated. And it sets up an interesting game tomorrow. They are 10-point dogs at home to the Aces, who are playing for the 2 seed, and they've won 15 in a row. But even though the LA doesn't care, that's a ton of points to be laying on the road. The new plays, right back with the Phillies tonight. Listen to this. The Phillies are 17-1 in the last 18 home starts by Sanchez. He's personally 6-0 with a 2.22. A lot of guys hot for the Phillies, even though they're dealing with a bunch of injuries. Those are crazy numbers. And tomorrow, just the primetime games have been nuts. Thursday, Dallas, Philly, leading rusher, Hurts. Friday, Brazil, leading rusher, Mahomes. Herbert also went off. What happened with Jackson and Allen Sunday? How about Monday? Both quarterbacks have a rushing touchdown. I think they both went over their rushing yards as well. But Russell Wilson led the Giants in rushing yards, and I think he had 50 yards in the loss Sunday. So Jordan Love, longest rush over 4.5 yards, and I won't put you off anytime touchdown 5-1. Good luck, everyone.
All right, so bet the Padres team total over 2.5 runs last night in the first 5. They scored 2. They had their chances. But Littell was good through 4 innings, although Iglesias hit 1. That would have been a home run in 13 out of 30 ballparks. And then it was, I think, Gavin Sheets. I mean, you want to talk about dead straightaway center. Boom, on a bullet. That was eventually caught at the wall. And then they had... Were you tracking this game at all?
The Padre game?
Yeah.
No, I was not.
Our buddy Chris Macero was at a bar close to his house in San Diego.
Okay.
He said even when they had all the opportunities and they fell flat, the place was just like, business as usual. Like they expect it now.
Yeah.
So in the bottom of the 5th, like there's a triple by Jackson Merrill with 1 on. That scores the first run. There's runners on first and second with nobody out. I'm like, okay, I'm live to win this bet. And couldn't do it. With runners on first and second, nobody out. They could only get across 1 more run, so that was a loser. I broke this down earlier at 4:15 Eastern, 1:15 Pacific time on a player prop for tomorrow night with the Commanders and the Packers. If you want to go back and listen, you can get all the details there when you search the Follow the Money podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. But there's a lot to like here early on based on comments made by Dan Quinn and other members of the Commanders coaching staff. Now remember, he has been the one guy in the league as a receiver who gets the ball a lot as a running back. They gave him 1 carry in the game on Sunday against the Giants. He took it to the house from 19 yards out. Mentioned this on the air earlier. The number has since moved, but I bet over 4.5 rushing yards at -135. Some books have moved to 7.5 for tomorrow night. I really want to bet, really get an attempt, but I do not see that prop offered anywhere on Deebo Samuel. That's all I have as of now.
Sports, it's time to start getting paid for it. Better Picks, the daily fantasy sports app, where your sports knowledge turns into real cash fast. Download the Better app, pick more or less on your favorite player's stats, and watch the action unfold. If your pick hits, you win. They have an NFL kickoff new user special. Sign up today, get free money, $10, and no deposit necessary. And when you do deposit, you get up to $200 in deposit bonuses. NBA, MLB, soccer, UFC, golf, and more. There's always time to have some fun and turn your sports knowledge into cash. Better's also giving you $40 for every friend you get to try Better Picks. Head over to better.app, BETR, or download Better from the app or Google Play Store. Better.app, BETR, promo code VSiN for your free money and deposit bonus today.
I want to point out, by the way, I would not be running to bet Deebo Samuel right now because it's like 7.5. But the reason why is because I personally would need to see if Chris Rodriguez is going to play in the game tomorrow night. If he does, that means that Rodriguez, McNichols, Krosky Merritt, and Eckler are probably all going to get carries.
Well, they love Bill.
Oh, they love him. They're already saying that he's going to be the lead back eventually this year.
Wow.
But he looked really good. Had that long run, scored a touchdown.
I'm looking at a couple books here, and you can find Cal Raleigh plus 240 to win the MVP. This is ESPN.com today.
Okay.
A number of factors tilt toward Raleigh. As a catcher, he plays a more valuable defensive position and has played it well. Fangraphs ranks him as the 4th most valuable defender in the AL. Then narrative. Raleigh might be having the best season a catcher has ever had.
Oh, he is.
He's crushed the single-season record for home runs by a backstop, and if he hits one more, he'll pass the record for switch hitters set 64 years ago by Mickey frickin' Mantle.
Mm-hmm.
And if that happens, and if he gets to 60 home runs and a catcher, and he's on a playoff team, how does he not win the MVP?
What about a division winner?
Prediction. Raleigh breaks Mantle's record, hits 59 home runs, but the numbers are still strong, and he holds off Judge at the finish line, and the Mariners make the playoffs. To me, he's got to win the MVP.
So his WAR right now is 7.5. Aaron Judge is 8.0. But, Paul, based on what you were saying and the defensive numbers, part of the reason why his WAR is so high, defensively, he has a 13.8. Aaron Judge is -4 with his defensive WAR. There's a big difference there. And again, playing catcher.
Yeah, right. I think responsible for a lot of what the pitching staff's doing.
And then how much does it come down to like the mainstream numbers as well? Because as of right now, his batting average is 240. Judge is 321. But I think we've come to realize that batting average isn't the biggest deal ever. He has 9 more home runs. He has 15 more RBIs, but 20 fewer runs scored. Does have 3 more stolen bases. But again, like, I don't know like how the voters will look at advanced metrics. Like, do they look at WRC plus and see that Judge has a 193 and Raleigh's 154 and the WAR is higher? So they're like, yeah, he's going to be my guy. I think these are like old school baseball people usually involved still. And I think that they will.
Mickey Mantle's the big one.
Well, that and they're going to tilt towards the catcher position.
They have to.
They did that with Joe Mauer against Derek Jeter when Mauer won it for the Twins.
Was it?
Yeah.
Do you remember it was because of catcher?
I'm almost positive that's one of the. He also batted, I think, 365 that year.
Average.
But
he had a good average.
Yeah, but that was back when batting average meant a little bit more.
So he's tied Javi Lopez's record, most home runs by a catcher in a season. One more home run, he ties Mickey Mantle, most as a switch hitter. 3 more, he breaks the team record held by Griffey.
That's incredible. And so,
got to keep winning though too.
You know, maybe the ultimate tiebreaker is going to be if Seattle wins the division and the Yankees are a wild card team. Maybe that'll put more voters on him.
Yeah. Bottom of the second in Baltimore. Skeens Day. Last going back, he's 3-0 with a 0.47 ERA his last couple starts.
He's been dynamite.
But the Pirates though are so bad on the road, and again the Orioles got him last night, and the A's beat the Red Sox. Texas swept Milwaukee. Second time all year the Brewers were swept. Arizona beat San Francisco 5-3, and the Angels beat the Twins 4-3.
Well, that Giants result's no good.
They're just stuck in that position where every guy they put in that 5th spot blows up or gets hurt.
Yeah, there you go.
That Weisenhunt, the loop guy or whatever his name was, and they put this other kid in there today, and it didn't work out. But they've been, again, as I said, they've been averaging 8 runs a game during this stretch, but they couldn't get to Rodriguez and only scored 3 runs. So, I mean, you took 2 out of 3. You figure the Mets lose tonight where they can't win in Philly, and now it really gets going because now 7 of the next 10 are against the Dodgers.
Right.
So here's the season now.
Paul Skeens threw 1 inning, 11 pitches, 2 Ks. His K prop was 7.5 tonight. Over was plus money. And the Ballpark Pal feature at VSiN.com thought he had good value on going over his K prop tonight. I don't know if you can find, if it's still reasonable, you can probably find like updated live Ks on him. And if you still find 7.5, if you think the Ballpark Pal is worth following, they had some of the positive guys who they liked yesterday came through. The one that got him was Strider. They were low on Strider, and somehow he got 7, although he was like in trouble like every single inning to begin that game. Stay tuned. VSiN Primetime is next for 4 hours. Matt Brown, Mike Somich. Good luck with the bets tonight.